How to use Trello for budgeting. Hello guys and welcome to this new tutorial. In today's video, I'm going to show you how simple it is to use the Trello platform or dashboards to control the budgeting in your site. So it is very easy, very simple. All you need to do is to follow up the tutorial from the beginning to the end and you're going to be good to go. So the first thing that you need to do is to head over Trello.com, sign in for your account, and you're going to see normally here the dashboard or the board that you have created. Now, I'm not going to use a board that I have already, but I'm going to create another board. So we are going to click on Trello here, click on create a board, and now we are going to name it, for example, like this. I'm going to choose here something like that. We are going to name it here budget or budgeting budget, for example. This is just an example. The visibility is going to be here a workspace, so we are going to click on create. Once you are here, you're going to see something like this is the dashboard of the board itself. Now what are we going to do is to add a power up. So the power up for budgeting, you're going to see here the power ups represented with the as you can see, a rocket ship icon. So we are going to click on it and we are going to activate the power up for this specific right there board. So we are going to click on add power ups like this, and here we are going to search for the power up that we want to add. So we are going to click on the search bar right there. So we are going to type in here colorful budgeting normally. So or colorful budget. So here we have it. Now we are going to click on it. So we are going to add it into here. So this will allow us to set up the colorful, let's say here, mini cards or the category of cards. So I'm going to click on add here. It will be adding it right there. So we are going to see it right away. So the power up is enabled. As you can see, here we have it. Now we are going to see the lists. So we are going to name it for something. But here I'm not going to add a list yet. So we are going to add a category. So we are going to click on it. Here add a budget category. So it is going to be more effective than a simple list. So we are going to choose basically here the color of the category that you are going to add, for example, and we are going to name it. So let's see here the category name. We are going to name something. So let's think about the project of budgeting for today's video. Let's say that we have a budget of hours, or we have a salary and we do not want to spend it all. So we are going to do some budgeting here. So I'm going simply to start with that simple example as a salary, and then you can go ahead and think about something bigger. So here we are going to set up here, let's say food or a food like this. So we are going to give it here a color. And the goal is the spending goal or is going to be something around, let's say here that we are not going to exceed $300. And this is the goal. For the funding goal, it is optional, also the spending. Now for the label, I'm going to set it as it is and click on create. So right here, we are going to allow, this is the Trello board. So we are going to see the policy real quick. Here we have the policy and etc. So we're going to see it here. Now, what are we going to do is to create that specific one. We have read the policy. So I'm going to click on allow. I don't know why it is putting up this. So this is the food. As you can see, this is the list. Now we have the summary of it, so you can go ahead and remove that board. So I'm going to remove it. Archive this list, or you can go ahead and put it here. Now the navigation is a little bit here, is a little bit, let's say, heavy because I think that my PC is going to crack out from the storage. It doesn't matter here. So we have here, as you can see, the summary, we have the income and the expenses, and the spending goal is going to be 300. Now, if you are going to add, for example, another list or another category, we can go ahead and click on here and add another budget category. So we are going to set up here coffee, for example, instead, and we are going to give it another color like this one. the goal is going not to here put a spending of 150. So we are going to get here the coffee, and for here we are going to not add a list but another category, which is going to be a little bit animated, as you can see here, and full of colorful living. So we are going to set up here maybe some here groceries. So we are going not to spend more than 400 as groceries, for example, like that. And I've made a here an error, so we are going to don't have subscription. I have a subscription, but I don't know why it is still setting up. So the subscription is going to be like this. So you can go ahead and add a subscription here. It is going to be here limiting you for the lists or for the categories. So you need obviously to get here a plan or a premium plan to set it up. So it doesn't matter. We are going only to satisfy ourselves by setting up here 2 or 3 lists, groceries. I'm going to like that, put it here, add a card. For example, we are going to put here vegetables, and here we are going to type in, for example, fruits, juice, for example, or we are going to set up here water, and etc. So what are we going to do is to set up here the total that we have, the expenses. For example, we are going to put here the expense of each one of the let's say here the vegetables. You are going to make a list of the vegetables, and the expenses is going to be, for example, 60. We're going to add it like this. We have the expenses 60. Here we are going to put here if 30, and we are going to put it here like that. Juice, we are going to put up here something like let's say 12 for this, and the water is going to be 9.99, for example. So you are going to keep a track of these as you can see things. So you can go ahead and have here the expenses here, increase them or decrease them. It is up to you. Now for the animated one, as you can see, it is going to be here a little bit better than this simple list for the categories. I will let you show you why. Now, what are we going to do is to add here the colorful budget setting. So we are going to add a custom field and make it right there configure automatically. So we are going to see here the custom fields, as you can see, and it is going to add, for example, things like here we are going to type in expenses $10. So we are going to see that the expenses is going to be $10. Now, if we are going to make a card, for example, like something here, store, for example, here we are going to type in here, uh, for example, La Terrace. This is a name, for example, coffee, for example, say coffee shop. I'm going to add this card, and we are going to add the expenses to it, which is the custom field. We are going to type in here 15, and we are going to add it. So it is not going to be here, but you're going to add it as expenses from here. I'm going to type in 15. So normally it is going to be adding that 15 to this specific one. And as you can see, it has added it. So we are going to put up here something like home made coffee, for example. We're going to add this card, and we are going to add the expenses to it. For example, here we have spent 25 bucks, and you're going to see that it will be like that. So this is the same there for this. Let's go ahead and put them right away. So you are going to see the expenses going from here to there, and we are going to set it up as here, for example, 0, and start from scratch. So here we have the spending, as you can see, set up. Now for this is the simplest thing that you are going to add here. You can go ahead also and see the budget dashboard. It is going to be drawing some shorts, getting some speeding goals and expenses by category, for example. And also you can export the data when you finish to a CSV file or a Google Sheet or whatever. So this is an example on how much it is effective to use Trello for budgeting. And here we have it. That was all for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed the content and I hope to see you soon on the next one.